mommy, mommy.
Yeah, just go in.
No. The strange man will harm you, mommy.
No, you will not. Just go in.
But don't worry, mommy.
Excuse me. The outer door was ajar. Somebody must have forgotten to shut it.
Yes, my husband is out.
I'm aware of that.
Then what do you want here?
An explanation. I want to have a word with you.
But this is not the first week of the month.
No. It is on the Christmas Eve and it will depend on you what sort of Christmas you are going to spend.
What do you mean? It's absolutely possible for me.
No, not that. We won't talk about that not until later on. This is something absolutely different. I presume you can give me a moment?
Yes, but
Good. I was in Austin restaurant and I saw your husband walking down the street.
Yes.
With a lady.
Yes.
May I make it bold to ask if it was a Miss Lee?
It was.
Just came to town?
Yes, today.
She's a good friend of yours, I presume.
Yes, but I don't see the reason.
I knew her too once upon a time.
And I'm aware of her.
So you know about the whole thing. Can I then ask without beating around the bush, is Miss Lee to have an appointment at the bar?
What right do you have to ask me that question? You're just a subordinate of my husband. But since you asked, I'll tell you. Yes, she's to take the position in the bank, and it was I who did it for her.
I was right in what I thought then.
Hey, you know, one has a tiny bit of influence, and one being a woman, it does not sign up for that. And one being a subordinate, Mr. Krogstad, one has to be careful not to offend one who has...
Who has influence?
Exactly.
Miss Helmer, you will be so kind as to use your influence on my behalf.
What do you mean?
You will be so kind as to make sure that I maintain my subordinate position at the bar.
What do you mean? Who possesses taking position from me?
Oh, there's no need to keep up the pretense of influence. I quite understand that your friend is not so anxious as to open up a chance of rubbing shoulders against with me. And I quite understand very well whom I have to be thankful for being turned on.
Yes, of course.
Yes, very likely so, yes, but come back to the matter at hand. I think the time has come that I should advise you to use your influence to prevent that.
But I don't have any influence.
Oh, haven't you? I thought you just said it yourself just now.
Yes, but I didn't mean that you should go on and put the construction on it. What makes you think that you have such influence on my husband?
I know your husband from our old student days, and I don't think he is any unassailable than other husbands.
Hey, Mr. Krogstad, if you slightly talk of my husband, I'll put it on my phone.
You are bold, Miss Helmer.
Yes, I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Krogstad. Soon, the new year will be here, and I'll be out of all this.
Listen to me, Miss Helmer. If necessary, I am willing to fight for my small post at the bank as if I was fighting for my own life.
I see.
It is not only for the sake of the money. That counts the least with the matter to me. My position is this, I dare say. You, just like all these stupid people here. Hey, do you know that a while ago I was found guilty of a certain indiscretion?
I had something of that sort.
The matter never came to court. But after that, everywhere seemed closer for me. You see, I was willing to work my way step by step again. You see, my sons are growing up in town, and for their sake I must try and win as much respect as I can. Now, my small post at the bar was like my first step, and now your husband is going to kick me downstairs into the mud again.
But you must believe me, I'm not in a position to help you.
Then it is because you haven't the will. But I have means to compel you.
Oh, do you mean that you'll tell my husband that I owe you money?
Aha! Suppose I was to tell him?
Then that would be perfectly infamous of you. Now that you should know that something that has been my pride and joy, and yet in an ugly and clumsy way, and yet from you, that would put me in a very disagreeable position.
Only disagreeable.
Well, then go on and tell him. Then my husband will know what a blackguard you are, and of
Miss
course, you
Helmer.
not keep your position in the bank.
I asked you if it is only a disagreeable sin at home you are afraid of.
Well, if my husband is afraid about this, he'll pay you all that you owe you and will have nothing to do with you.
Right. properly here, or you know very little about business. It will be therefore not be amiss if we remind her of a few details, isn't it? Yes, now when your husband was ill, you came to me to borrow 250 pounds.
Yes, I had no one else.
I promised to get you that amount.
Of which you did.
I promised to get you that amount under certain conditions. But your mind seems to be so taken up by your father's illness that you must have paid very little concern to the conditions of our bargain. It will be therefore not be amiss if I remind you of a few details. Now, I promised to get you that amount under the security of a bond which I drew up.
Of which I signed.
Yes, and below your signature were a few lines constituting of your father's surety of the amount. Those lines, your father should have signed them.
Should? He signed them.
I had left the date blank. That is to say, your father himself should have inserted the date when he signed those papers. Do you remember that?
I think I remember.
And then I gave you the bond to send to your father through post.
What do you mean? Haven't I been paying you regularly?
Yes, and naturally you did so because after 5 or 6 days or so, you brought me back the bond with your father's signature into it, isn't it?
Yes.
But come back to the matter at hand. That must have been a very trying time for you.
Yes, it was.
Your father was so ill then.
He was near his death.
And he died soon afterwards.
Yes.
Can you by any chance remember the day? That is the day of the month when your father died?
Papa died on the 29th of September.
Good. 29th of September. I had figured that out so. And then if that is so, there's a discrepancy here which I can't account for.
Discrepancy.
The discrepancy consists of Miss Helma in the fact that your father signed this bond 3 days after his death.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Look here. Your father died on the 29th of September. But he dated his signature on the 2nd of October. That is a discrepancy, isn't it? It is a discrepancy. Or can it be explained? Yes, look here. It is also a remarkable thing too that the word 2nd of October and the year 2 are written not in your father's handwriting, but a handwriting that I think I know. That is a discrepancy, isn't it? Yes, it is. Or can it be explained? Oh, yeah. It can be explained. Your father must have died. He forgot to insert the signature, and then somebody came and inserted it haphazardly before learning about your father's death. Let me ask you a question, Miss Helma. Is it your father who really signed his name here?
No, it was very good for us.
Are you aware that's a very dangerous confession?
What do you mean? You still have your money.
Let me ask you a question, Miss Helma. Why didn't you not send the bond to your father through post?
It was absolutely impossible. Papa was ill there, and then asking for his signature, I had to tell him what it was for. And if I could not tell him what condition my husband was in, it was impossible.
And did it never occur to you that you're committing a fraud on me?
No, not in any account. It was because you were putting me in very weird positions and you knew what condition my husband was in.
I think it would have been better if you gave up your trip abroad.
No, the trip was to save my husband's life. I could not just give up on it.
Miss Helma, you evidently don't realize clearly what it is that you have done. But I can tell you and you all, that my once very first step, which cost me all my entire reputation, was not something more or less than what it is that you have done.
No, and you want me to believe that you give up everything for the sake of your wife?
The law cares nothing about motives.
No, then it must be a very foolish law.
Foolish or not, it is the same law that will be judged upon if I produce this paper in a court of law.
You know, it strikes me that a wife does not have a right to save her husband's life. A daughter does not have a right to save her father's life. I don't know much about the law, but I'm sure there's something that permits that. And one being a lawyer, Mr. Krogstad, then you must be a very poor lawyer.
Maybe. But come to matters of business, such business that you and I have been involved together. Do you think that I don't know what it is? You think that I don't know what it is? Very well. Do as you please. Do as you please. Let me tell you something, Miss Helma. I've given you my warning. But if I lose my position for a second time, you shall lose yours with me.